following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. And good evening, sports fans. This is Big Pauly coming to you this Sunday evening. A little past, what time is it anyway? I was watching the Masters. And sometimes when you watch these events, they have a time of their own. 7-11, 7 come 11, the Candyman's in town. So it's NBA 75-76, and tonight we have a game that was on CBS on November 9, 1975, after NFL football, called by Don Criqui and Mendy Rudolph. It's New York traveling to Portland to take on the Trailblazers. A pleasant Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening to you all, no matter where you may be watching this. We just had Scotty Scheffler win the Masters. After blowing a couple of putts on 18, he finally got it in. So we'll go through the standings as things stand right now. Tip the veal. Boston is 5-2. Buffalo and Philadelphia each 4-3. New York 3-6 coming into this game with Portland. In the Central, Washington 5-1. They made the finals last year in 75 and lost to Golden State. Houston 4-2. Cleveland and New Orleans off to good starts at 5-3. Atlanta 2-4. We'll have Atlanta in 2 weeks' time with another CBS game against Philadelphia. In the Midwest, it's Milwaukee leading at 5-3. This was the division in 75-76 that had nobody above 500. And the two leading teams were Milwaukee and Detroit, and they had to battle it out to play in. They were the 4 and 5 seed. So winning a division in 75-76 is not a guarantee that you will be a top seed. So getting back to the Midwest, Kansas City 2 games back, 3-3. Detroit 4 and 5. Chicago 3 and 5. It's kind of a grab bag right now in the Midwest division. In the Pacific, Golden State off to a good start, 5-2. Portland 3 and 4. Los Angeles 4 and 6. Seattle 2 and 7. Phoenix 1 and 5. Leading in scoring is still Bob McAdoo with the Buffalo Braves at 32.1. Dave Cowens for Boston leading at 15.1 in terms of rebounds. And right now you have Tiny Archibald, 10 assists a game for Kansas City. Williams, 3.7 steals leading for Golden State. Smith at 3.6 blocks. He's having a nice little block party for himself with the Milwaukee Bucks. Van Arsdale of Phoenix leading with 583 is field goal percentage. And we have 2 players at 1,000 right now still in free throws who haven't missed a free throw yet. Freddie Brown of Seattle, Calvin Murphy with Houston. So we'll get to our game. I will call more plays in this game. We're going to up the play calling a little bit. It'll be 60% of the play calls I will do when there is more than 6 minutes in a quarter. 80 when we get down under 6 minutes. And then with less than 2 minutes, I call all the plays. And in overtime, I call all the plays. And we'll slow the game down a little bit because I thought in the first few broadcasts I was going a little too fast. So it's going to be New York and Portland. And the starting 5 for New York will be Monroe, Barnett, Bradley, Haywood, and Gianelli. For Portland, it's Petrie, Steele, Neal, Wicks, and Walton. I will play as Portland. And New York wins the tip. Monroe with the first shot of the game, in and out, snagged by Ginelli, an offensive board. Ginelli to the hole, scores. It's 2-0. And they pass the ball around. It goes out of bounds. Portland ball still. Side out Portland. Neal inbounding. And I get to call a play here. Oh, goody. And we will go to Walton inside, who is easily one of the best college basketball players a few years prior with UCLA. He gets that bucket, and we're tied at 2-all. Now, Bradley has the ball outside. He's a good outside jump shooter, but not that time, as that rattles in and out, and Portland gets possession. It's Steele. Firing the outside J, no, and that goes out of bounds. New York will have possession, and they will set up offense. Just getting started if you have just joined the live stream. And this is the Monroe. Monroe to Bradley. Bradley back to Monroe. Back to Bradley. He'll fire the baseline jumper. Good. And it's 4-2 in favor of New York. Back the other way, you got Walton getting another basket, 4-4. And Haywood with an outside jumper, and it's 6-4. And Walton again wide open. But his shot rattles out, rebounded by Monroe, and this gives a dunk shot for Haywood, and it makes it 8-4. And we're going to look to Wicks. Wicks with it. Drives, scores. And that's the first points for Portland outside of Bill Walton. It's 8-6. And that is Barnett. Jim Barnett making it 10-6 with an outside jumper. We'll go back to Walton. Get him established. Then we could try those outside jumpers. And Walton good. And it's 10-8. Walton with 6 points. 9:09 left, opening quarter. It's Barnett with it. So we'll play normal with outside help. Oh, and Barnett from 15 is good. And it's 12-8. We'll go to Neal here. The best of a bad situation. Drives, no. And that's a foul on Haywood, our first foul of the game, coming at the 8:46 mark. Neal shoots 2 from the line. Not a great free throw shooter at 6.94. But the first one falls. It's 12-9. As I said, this game was nationally televised on CBS against NFL football on NBC. So they must have had a schedule where they played all the games at 1 o'clock. Neal, yes, it's 12-10, which the NFL didn't have at the time because Baltimore usually or Chicago usually played their games at 2 o'clock Eastern time. And I don't know how they would work that. That was a jumper there for Ginelli. It's 14-10. And Walton with a little bit more of an outside jumper. And he has 8 points already. Ginelli hacked him. So it's a and 1 for Walton. Good. It's 14-13 with 8:18 left to go. So both teams firing off on all cylinders right now. Basket no good. Rebound for Walton, his second. Both teams red hot from the shooting. From the field, New York is 7 of 10. Portland 5 of 9. Petrie, try to get it to him. His outside jumper, no good. Rebound Haywood. And they'll initiate a fast break here, 2 against 2. Bradley to Monroe. And they could not hang on to the ball. It's Portland's ball now with 7:45 left, opening quarter. We'll look to Wicks inside. He fires, gets it, and Portland takes the lead, 15-14. And back the other way, it's Bradley with an outside jumper, 16-15. We'll go back to Petrie or Petrie. I always think of the Dick Van Dyke character, Rob Petrie, so that's why I say Petrie and not Petrie. Could be either. And Portland gets the board. Well, actually, Wicks stole it from Haywood. So we'll go back to Wicks. And he is missing that jumper. And we go back to New York in the forecourt. Barnett with the ball. And we'll watch for the outside shot. To Monroe. Earl to Pearl fires. No. Rebound back to Barnett for New York. And they will set up again. Ginelli's pretty good inside. And that is no good. Foul on Wicks. Sidney Wicks, I believe that is. Yes, it is. He's out of UCLA. Fouled in the act of shooting, so Haywood will get 2 shots at it. And we'll profile him real quick. That is Spencer Haywood out of Detroit Mercy. His first free throw, good. One of the all-time greats in the NBA in this era. 17-15, the Knicks lead. And a second free throw is good. Nobody has missed from the charity stripe yet. It's 18-15. Neal with it. Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Haywood. Another fast break chance here for the Knicks to go up 5. Barnett to Monroe. No good. Rebound, Petrie. And Portland will set up a half-court offense. And we'll go to Bill Walton. He fires. No! Dunked but missed. Rebound to Haywood. Spencer Haywood. Bradley with a short jumper. No. Back to Walton on the rebound. His 4th. And an injury to Barnett, which is going to bring Monroe. Moves Monroe to point guard, and Mayfield will come in as the shooting guard. Not Curtis Mayfield, who's saying Superfly. He's out of Tuskegee. Ken Mayfield. And it's 18-15. And we will go to Petrie. Petrie drives. No good. Blocked by Monroe. And it's going to be New York setting up an offense. A play on the inside because Monroe is a good driver, and a foul against Petrie, and that's the second team foul. Neither team in too much foul trouble yet. They each have 2 fouls, but we still have almost half of the quarter left to play. It's 18-15, Knicks leading. Bradley with the side out. And it's Ginelli. Ginelli cannot fire from short. Rebound for Bill Walton. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Now, if I was calling this play, I would not call it that way, but Neal kisses it in off the glass on a layup and a foul on Monroe, the 3rd team foul, so it's a +1. For Portland, they could tie the game here if Neal can hit, but he can't. Haywood with the rebound. So New York will set up a half-court offense. Haywood, yes. 8 points for Spencer Haywood. It's 20-17. Out of bounds. It goes back to New York. 5:06 left to go in the first period. Steal by Petrie, which is going to set up a fast break 3-on-4. I don't like the odds of this. Sidney Wicks over the steal, but a steal by Ginelli. That sets up a 3-on-2 fast break going back the other way for the Knicks. Mayfield, yes. 22-17. That's the first deuce for Mayfield. Steele comes back the other way. He hits, and it's 22-19. Monroe with it as they quickly move into the forecourt. That outside jumper misses everything. An error ball, and Portland gets possession. We have Fogel in the game for New York. He will replace Mayfield as one of the shooting guards. Well, the only shooting guard, because you have a shooting guard and a point guard. And we're going to look to Bill Walton, who already has 11 points on the day. He shoots, no, but he's fouled by Fogel. And Walton will shoot two. Walton, a terrible free throw shooter, or as Charles Bartley would say, terrible. 583. He hits the first from the line, and it's 22-20. Portland 4 for 5 from the charity stripe as things stand now. Can Walton hit two? No. Rebound Haywood. That's his sixth of the game already. And we have a shot clock violation as New York took more than the quota of 24 seconds on that shot. So substitutions coming in. Bradley back in at shooting guard. Phil Jackson. Wonder if anybody ever heard of him after he stopped playing. He's a small forward. And Hollins coming in, replacing Steele as the shooting guard. 22-20. Portland trailing by 2, so we'll go to Bill Walton, Mr. Everything at UCLA. And it's a steal by Haywood. 4-on-1 fast break to Phil Jackson. Over to Bradley. Bradley drives, yes. 24-20. The Knicks lead by 4. Portland was a 5-point favorite in this game. We'll go to Sidney Wicks, and that's going to be a hip pointer injury to Jeff Petrie. Leaving the game, he will miss about a week. So we have substitutions of a greater scope as Bell comes in for New York, Bradley the small forward, Hollins the point guard for Portland, and Jones coming in at shooting guard. There you see the face of Dr. Jack Ramsey, I believe. Neal inbounding it for Portland. We'll look to Sidney Wicks. He shoots. It's no good. Rebound Walton, his sixth board of the game already. We'll have him put it up. No. Rebound Haywood. And we'll guard the inside. Misses. Back to Bill Walton. Another rebound. 7 on the day for Bill. We'll go to Jones. And we have contact and a score for Jones. His first deuce of the game. 24-22 now in favor of New York. Bell with it. Or Bell will have it eventually. They pass the ball around. And Bell with the basket and a foul. Walk will get the assist. It's 26-22. And that's we have 4 fouls on New York, 3 on Portland. And Bell will get a +1 here, which he misses. And he loses it out of bounds. New York ball. They lead by 4, 26-22. 2:46 left in the opening period. Monroe, Davis, and out of bounds. So Portland will set up shop in the forecourt with 2:35 left. And whoops. I meant to go to Sidney Wicks, but I actually went to somebody who was going to miss, which was Jones. Rebound by Walk, and New York can open up an 8-point lead, which they do not do just yet. Davis, a loose ball foul over the back for Jones, his second foul. And we have Anderson coming in for Portland at shooting guard. Jones in early foul trouble with 2 fouls. 26-22 in favor of the Knicks. Walk with it. Jackson, and that's going to go out of bounds. Double dribble is called, and Portland has it. 2:02 left. Hollins out of bounds, and we go the other way. Neal moves to small forward for Portland. Gross goes to power forward. Walton coming back in at center. 26-22 is your score. Still, seems like we've been stuck on that for a few minutes. We'll guard the outside. Normal with outside help. Monroe, an air ball. Walton with a rebound. And we'll go to him on offense. Walton, no. but fouled by Walk, and that puts Portland in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter. 127 left. Walton, his first free throw is good, 13 for Bill, and it's 26-23. He'll put up a second. He gets them both, 26-24, 14 points for Bill Walton. Next year, of course, Portland would win the NBA championship. New York is only 2 seasons removed from their last NBA championship at this point. Monroe to Walk, dunks it. Thank you very much, 28-24. 119 left to go. We'll go to Walton. And Walton will get it eventually. No, it was somebody else taking the shot. Back the other way. Monroe missing the jumper. Both teams cooling off from the field. Walton with his 9th board of the quarter will look to Neal here. He fires, gets it. 28-26. 45 seconds left to go. And we'll go inside. Davis firing, scoring. It's 30-26, 38 seconds left. Very quickly, we go to Anderson. He shoots from outside and scores, 30-28. So New York could get, Portland could get a 2-for-1 here if they play good defense. Monroe with it, outside, we're guarding. Double-double for Walton. 14 seconds will play for the last shot, and we'll go to Bill Walton, who already has 14 points and 10 rebounds. Already has a double-double, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And the buzzer shot by Walton, no good. So your score after 12 is 30-28 in favor of the Knicks. Haywood leading with 8 points. And like I said, Bill Walton already has a double-double in this game with 14 points. And we will take a 45-second station break at the half. But right now, we start the quarter with a jump ball, as they did in the NBA back in this era. Ginelli, a short jumper, gets it. 6 points for Ginelli, and it's 32-28. Wicks with it, drives, scores. Give another 2 to Sidney Wicks. Actually, that's his first 2 of the game, 32-20. Back the other way. Jackson lays it up off the window, 34-30. And we have a whistle and a double foul. Haywood and Walton. Haywood picks up his second, and Walton picking up his first. 34-30, Portland trailing by 4. To Hollins. Hollins to Neal. Steal by Ginelli, and we'll go the other way. Ginelli and Monroe passing the ball back and forth. Now Haywood and Monroe. Ginelli with it, drives, scores. Thank you very much. 36-30 now. New York leading by 6. And I am going to go to Wicks here. Wicks should be enforcing inside. He gets the bucket. That's 4. In his last game against Kansas City, he scored 32. 36-32 in this game. Bradley with it. They're passing it back and forth, back over to Bradley, over to Monroe, back to Bradley. He'll fire an outside jumper off, no good. Another rebound for Bill Walton. 4-on-3 fast break, and I would push this. You got numbers, you go for it. If you don't have numbers, you don't go for it. Wicks to Walton. Walton scores. That's 16 for Bill Walton. 36-34, New York leading. Jackson with the drive. No, rebound Ginelli. Wicks with the rebound. And now, if Wicks can hit, we have a tie game. Walton with it. No, rebound Monroe. And back we go the other way. It's Bradley to Monroe. And we have a whistle and a foul on Monroe, offensive. That is foul number 2. 9:49 left in the second period, and it's 36-34 in favor of the Knicks. We have Bell entering for New York. Wingo is coming in for Phil Jackson. Gross entering for Neal at small forward. And Martin coming in. He will play center as Bill Walton will take a breather. And we're going to go to Martin. And he fires and scores. That ties the game. 36-36. Actually, they're going to credit Gross with the basket. Ginelli, no. Rebound by Martin. And back we go with Portland, and we have Fogel coming in for Bell at point guard for the Knicks. We're dead even at 36 all. We will go to Sidney Wicks here out of UCLA. For a while, they were perpetually winning championships in the 70s. A block by Haywood, bounces out of bounds. Portland keeps possession. So we are tied at 36 all. 9:01 left in the half. We will continue on. We go to Wicks. He shoots the baseline jumper. It is no good. But Wingo picking up the foul. Not Trey Wingo, but another Wingo. And that is going to put Wicks on the line for 2 shots. In fact, who is Mr. Wingo? It is Hawthorne Wingo. So Wicks scores. That brings him to 5 points on the day. And Portland with a 1-point lead. Monroe coming back in for the Knicks. Here's your second free throw try. It's no good. But it looked like it went back to Hollins. Kicked it to Steele. Steele with it. Long jumper is no good. Bradley got him on the hand, so he was fouled in the act of shooting. Steele will go to the line and shoot 2. And that is not the correct player. This is who I wanted the profile. And that is Larry Steele out of Kentucky, Wildcat Country. Adolph Rupp, Joby Hall. And Steele hits the first free throw. It's 38-36. Mayfield coming in for Bradley. Second try for Steele is as good as the first. And it's 39-36. That gives Steele 4 points. Baseline jumper, nothing but the bottom of the net for Spencer Haywood. And we have a 1-point game, 39-38. We'll go back to Wicks. And we have a whistle. Third personal for Ginelli. And all of a sudden, he is in foul trouble very early in the second period. Wicks, 2 from the line. First one does not fall. Portland 9 for 13 from the charity stripe. New York 2 for 3. New York doing a little bit better than Portland from the field. 5-14 for New York, 18 for 35. Portland 15 of 34, 441. Second free throw good for Sidney Wicks, 40-38. Haywood with it. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound Steele. And we have a foul on Monroe, so we go back the other way. Portland is in the bonus already with 8:12 left to go in the half. Third foul for Monroe, and Sidney Wicks will shoot 2. First free throw is good, and your lead now at 41-38. Fogel coming back in the game for New York. So we hope you are all well this Sunday night. I know a lot of you probably watching Sunday Night Baseball right now. Second free throw is good. It's 42-38 with 8:12 left to go. Wingo won't go. Rebound Martin. He is fouled by Wingo, his second personal. So we go back to the line, and Steele will shoot 2 actually. And that one just clanked off the rim. No good. We'll try again. Hits 1 there. It's 43-38. So Portland opening up a 5-point lead, which is their biggest lead of the game. 8:03 left, which has got to feel like an eternity for the Knicks. Mayfield drives. No, Martin gets his third rebound. And we'll go back to Sidney Wicks. And we have a tie-up between him and we have Mayfield and Hollins fighting for possession. And the officiating crew sees enough. And back in this era, in the NBA, I don't think they ever had alternate shot, alternate possession like they do in college basketball. So we'll have a jump between Mayfield and Hollins, both about the same size. Hollins winning it for Portland. Steele with it. And he's off the mark. Vogel got him, though. Second personal for Vogel, and the fouls mounting here for the Knicks. That is 8 fouls, and we haven't even played midway through the second period yet. Here's Steele's first free throw. It's good. He's up to 6 points. Monroe coming in, and Bradley also coming in for the Knicks, who are all of a sudden trailing by 6 points at the 7:23 mark of the second period. Steele hits them both. It's 45-38 with 7:23 to go. Steal by Hollins. It's going to be 2-on-2. I do not want to do a fast break with even numbers. We'll just set up the offense. We'll go to Wicks. Gets it. That is now 10 for Wicks with the update. And Wingo made a shot there after Portland had gotten 8 points in a row. So it's 47-40 now, Trailblazers. Not a lot of good options here, so I'm going to pass. And I am going to use Hollins on the inside, which I can't do. We'll go Wicks inside. Hollins with it. Over to Wicks. Baseliner. No. Rebound Wingo. And here come the Knicks. Jumper for Monroe. No. Rebound Hollins. Actually, no. It was blocked by Hollins. Rebounded by Steele. We'll go to Steele the other way. And he'll try the long-distance jumper. No. And that's a foul on Bradley. So, again, the foul's becoming a problem here for New York. That's their 9th in just 5 minutes and 44 seconds of play here in the second quarter. 47-40. Here's the first free throw. Steele gets it. He has 8 points. And we have Mayfield and Phil Jackson coming back in the game for the Knickerbockers. Could Steele hit them both? Yes, he can. And the lead is 9. 49-40 with 6:16 to go. We continue on, and we look at Mayfield. Better driver, so he'll just guard the inside. Rebound Martin, his fourth. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. I'll pull it up. And I probably shouldn't have pulled it up there. We'll go to Lionel Hollins. His jumper, off the mark. Rebound Jackson, his first of the game. So New York sets up the offense, and there's another rim rattler by Haywood. 12 points for Spencer Haywood. It's 49-42. We have 5:47 left in the half. Steele fires the outside jumper. No. Rebound Mayfield. And back the other way. The Knicks can cut it to a 5-point game. They don't do it on that basket attempt. Walk. And a whistle on Martin. Only the second team foul for Portland. So we have Anderson coming in for Hollins, Neal coming in for Gross, Walton coming back in at center. So he got a little more resting time there. The lead is 7 for the Trailblazers. We will just play normal with Phil Jackson, a 5 inside rating, and Jackson scores. 49-44. Over to Anderson. We'll call the play his way. And we have we have a walking call on Anderson. So Bradley and Davis coming in. Davis will substitute for Walk. So we got substitutions all over the place right now. Monroe to Bradley, back to Monroe. Over to Jackson, back to Monroe. Oh, back to Bradley. Over to Monroe. To Davis. His shot is good. 49-46 with 4:55 to go. Neither team has called a timeout. Anderson with it. Drives. No, but looked like it went back to him. But a foul beforehand on Phil Jackson. That is foul number 10 this quarter for New York. And Anderson, let's profile him. That is Dan Anderson out of USC. He will shoot 2 shots. First one is good. And it is 50-46. Are you sure this is not 3 to make 2? No good. It is 3 to make 2. I was right on that score. Anderson's third free throw attempt is good. 51-46, 4:42 left. And we continue on. We have Davis with the ball inside for New York. And that's blocked by Bill Walton. His first block of the game. Haywood gets it right back and stuffs it. 14 for Spencer Haywood, and it's 51-48. We'll look to Anderson here. He fires, and he misses everything. And New York now can cut it to a 1-point game. Monroe coming back in for New York. And Jones coming in for Portland to replace Steele. And that is the third team foul there. Neal picking up a foul. And Monroe gets 2 from the line. 51-48, now 51-49 as Monroe hits the free throw. 4:13 left. Second free throw is good. It's 51-50. 4:13 left. We'll go back to Anderson since he continues to be wide open. Steal by Monroe, and the Knicks can take the lead. 2-2 fast break here. Monroe with it. And he's fouled by Neal. And that's the fourth team foul for Portland. One more, and they put New York in the penalty. Mayfield and Walk entering the game for the Knickerbockers. Jackson with the side out. Haywood blocked by Wicks. And it goes out of bounds. New York retains possession. 19 on the shot clock. 3:59 left in the half. And it's Monroe firing from outside. Scores. Monroe was 0 for 8. Now he finally makes a shot. It's 52-51. Good time to make a shot as the Knicks retake the lead. We'll go Anderson. Drives. No. Rebound Jackson. Back to Walk. Walk to Haywood. Haywood. No. Wicks fouls him. 15 foul. So finally, New York is finally in the bonus as Portland reaches their quota. 3:28 left. And Haywood, no. Rattled in and out. 14 points now for Spencer Haywood. We'll profile him again out of Detroit Mercy. In this replay, he has been averaging 18.9 a game. In real life, he averaged 19.9. And here's his second try. Make it a 1-point game, 2-point game, which he hits. 15 for Haywood. Portland now trailing by a deuce. Jones with the outside jumper. That rattles off. No good. Rebound, Haywood. And Haywood now with a double-double, joining Bill Walton. And Monroe from 15, yes. 55-51, 3:01 left. 3:04 left. And this is Neal, called for an illegal screen. He picks up his third foul. And we have a whole host of substitutions here. We got Bell entering for New York. Bradley is going to enter at shooting guard. Wingo at power forward. Davis in at center. For Portland, you got Steele, Gross, both coming in. Neal leaving with 3 personals. So this is a little interesting chess game as we get to the fourth quarter. A whole bunch of players in foul trouble. Steal by Walton. Walton to Anderson, back to Steele, back to Anderson, back to Walton. And that's a basket. 18 for Bill Walton, ending the New York run of 9 straight points. And we have a whistle, offensive foul on Bell. And we have more substitutions galore. We have Monroe, Hollins, and Jones all entering the game. The last 2 for Portland. Monroe entering for New York. It is 55-53 with 2:13 left to go. And we'll go to Gross here. And Gross with it, fires, scores. We're tied at 55. 2:01 left. New York passing the ball around. Wingo, no bingo. Foul on Gross. So Wingo goes to the line and shoots 2. 16 fouls in this second quarter. Minute 44 left, and Wingo hits that. 56-55, 144 left. And here's Wingo's second try. No, rebound Bill Walton. Another board for Bill Walton. 11 on the game. Well, actually, I take that back. This is 3 to make 2, remember? But he missed that one, rebounded by Walton. Now he has his 12th board. We'll go to Jones. He shoots from outside. Bingo! 57-56. Portland's retaking the lead. See what happens the other way here. Bradley. And we have a jump ball situation. Bradley at 6'5", Lee at 6'3". And the jump will go whose way? Goes the way of Portland and Wicks. Set up the offense. Let's go back to Bill Walton. He's too shy at 20, and he still is too shy at 20. Gross picking up the rebound. And Gross will try for a basket. Gets it. That's 6 for Gross, and it's 59-56. A minute 10 to go. Bradley. Davis with the basket. 59-58. 1:01 left. Both teams piling up points and fouls. We'll go back to Walton. Steal by Bradley. Here come the Knicks. They trail by a point. 51 seconds left in the half. Jump hook. In and out. Rebound Jones. We have 37 seconds left to go. We'll go back to Walton. Try to get him 20 in the half. And he misses. Rebound Gross. We have 23 seconds left. They could play for the last shot. But we'll try. Gross is a good shooter. And he scores. 61-58. Now New York could play for the last shot. 20 seconds left in the half. And we'll watch Phil inside. Spins out. Gross got him. 3 to make 2 for Phil Jackson. With the score 61-58. Jackson hits the first. That is 5 points for Phil. And a whole bunch of substitutions. You got Vogel coming in. Hollins for Portland. Steele for Portland. Johnson for Portland. Gross for Portland. Gross sliding the power forward. He was in the game prior. 61-59. We have 1 second left. Third free throw try for Jackson is good. 61-60. And we'll go to Steele for a quick shot. Might take a timeout to There's the shot. Yes! Holland scores it at the buzzer. They only had 1 second to get the shot. They got it. 63-60. Walton leading with 18 points for Portland. Haywood leading with 15 for the Knicks. And we will take a 45-second break. And you're watching the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel live and in color. Unless you're watching this later. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. Big Pauly back with you to start the second half of play here in Portland, Oregon. With the score 63-60, Portland leading. Both teams pretty good from the field. Knicks at 500, Portland at 449. Both teams doing well from the charity stripe. New York 8 for 13 for a 615 percentage. Portland 19 of 25 for a 760. They're about even in rebounds, about even in offensive boards. New York leading 14-10 on assists, 11 Portland turnovers to New York's 8. But New York committed 17 fouls, and they were in foul trouble most of the second quarter, and Portland got a lot of looks from the charity stripe in that second quarter. So back we go, and we're going to get this third quarter underway, and the tip goes Portland's way. It's Hollins to Walton. Walton scores again. Give him 20. And it is 65-60. Back the other way, we have Bradley. And he shoots that from Salem, Oregon. Board by Walton, his 13th. Hollins. Yes! 4 for Hollins, 67-60. He had that buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter. Bradley? No. Rebound Walton. Another board for Walton. He's at 14. We'll go to Wicks. No. Rebound. A foul on Haywood before anything else could happen. His third personal of the game and the first team foul. So it's a side out for Portland. Neal with it to Walton. Walton, no, but he gets his own board. Loose ball foul on Walton. He picks up his second team personal. He picks up his second personal. And we go back to New York the other way. 67-60. Giannelli can't fire from inside. Rebound by Sidney Wicks. And we have a 4-on-3 fast break, and I always like those odds. So off we go. It's Steele to Hollins. Hollins, no. And that went high off the backboard and out of bounds. New York ball. Just getting this third quarter started. We're a minute 45 into it. Watch on the inside because Monroe's a good driver. Monroe, yes. 8 for Earl the Pearl. And it is 67-62 to Walton. Well, that's the plan anyway. And that goes out of bounds. New York ball. That is turnover number 12 for Portland in this game. Haywood from outside. No. Rebound. It's going to go Walton's way. 15 rebounds for Bill. We'll go to Wicks. Walton will set up his UCLA teammate. No. Rebound Neal. See what they do here. Neal from outside. Yes. 8 for Neal. 69-62 in favor of Portland. We'll go to the inside and look for, try to guard against Haywood. Steal by Wicks, and we'll set up the half-court offense. I'm just going to go off the board here, go to Bill Walton. Why not? His outside jumper, no. Rebound Barnett for New York. They trail by 7, 69-62. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Haywood to Bradley. And that is a block by Bill Walton. But New York keeps possession. Haywood with it. Will send help on the inside. Haywood shoots, scores. 17 for Haywood. It's 69-62. No good options to let the CPU call the play. Surprised me. Wicks, yes. That's 12 for Wicks. 71-64. Ginelli from outside. No chance. Rebound Haywood, though. Loose ball and a jump ball is called. 71-64. We hope all is well with you wherever you're watching this game. I am doing this game from Seminole, Florida with the Action PC basketball set. And with the score 71-64, we will continue. As soon as I can find my mouse pointer, there we go. Haywood and Wicks, both 6'9", and Wicks controls. Hollins to Neal, to Wicks, to Hollins, to Wicks. And Wicks has to call a timeout. First timeout we've seen from either team in the game. Neal with the side out. To Steele, to Neal. Neal, no, rebound back to him. He'll fire. He'll miss. But a foul on Bradley. Third personal for Bradley Neal with 2 shots. That is Lloyd Neal out of Tennessee State. First free throw is good. 9 for Neal. Can he get the double figures? He can. 73-64, Portland leading. We'll go strong on the outside with help with Bill Bradley getting the ball. He fires an outside jumper from the baseline. Swish. 73-66. Steele with it. Or Steele will be the initiator on offense if I have my way. He drives. He scores. 11 for Steele. And it's 75-66. We'll watch Haywood on the inside. Point blank jumper, no. Rebounded by Wicks and will go the other way. Walton with it. To Steele. Steele, long distance J. No, rebound Walton. 16 boards for Bill Walton now. He'll shoot. He'll score. 22 for Bill. It's 77-66. And that's foul number 4 for Neal. Gross is going to come in with Neal reaching the 4 foul mark at 6:55 in the third period. 6:55 the time remaining. New York down 11. Haywood, close range, gets it. 19 for Spencer Haywood. He's leading everybody on the Knicks with those 19 points. Walton with 22. And speaking of Bill Walton, let's just go to him on the inside. No, Anderson's going to fire and he's going to hit. 6 for Anderson. Your score now, 79-68 in favor of Portland. They've opened up an 11-point lead. And we'll watch Barnett here. Haywood, perimeter jumper, yes. 21 for Haywood. 79-70. We'll go to Gross here. Walton to Gross. And he's out. It's out of bounds. Portland keeps possession, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Hollins coming in, Lionel Hollins for the Trailblazers. And let's go to Gross. Try to get him the ball here. Steal outside. Yes. 81-70. Portland leading. Both teams shooting well. Ginelli. Yes, from outside. 10 for Ginelli. He's in double figures. 81-72. No good options here, so I'll just go to the CPU. Hollins to Wicks inside. His jumper is good. 14 for Sidney Wicks. And it's 83-72. We have Monroe. Monroe to Haywood. Haywood can't buy the basket. Fouled by Wicks. His third personal and the third team foul. Haywood to the line shooting 2. His free throw attempt rattles around and drains. 22 for Spencer Haywood. It's 83-73. Anderson coming back in at point for the Portland Trailblazers. Haywood's second free throw is good. It's 83-74. 5:02 left to go. We'll go to Steele here. Try to get him the ball. And Steele traveled back New York's way. They trailed by 9. 83-74. Ginelli. Barnett. Haywood inside, and we have an offensive foul. And that's not good news for the Knicks because that's the fourth personal in this game for Haywood. 2 more, and he meets his quota. So here are the substitutions. Monroe moves to point guard. Mayfield to shooting guard coming in. Phil Jackson in for Haywood, with Haywood picking up his fourth foul. And at center, you got Walk replacing Ginelli. And we'll go to Bill Walton here. So is the plan. Walton, steal by Monroe. And New York pushing it into the forecourt. 4:16 left in the third. And Gross with it on the steal. And we'll set it up for Sidney Wicks. Whether he gets the ball, that's an open question. Here he is. He fires, rattles off. Rebound for Walk. That's his third of the game. 3-on-1 fast break for the Knicks. Trying to cut it to 7 points. And we have a foul on Steele. Fourth team foul. Next one puts New York in the bonus. So here are your substitutions. It's Jackson switching to small forward. Wingo coming back in at power forward. Hollins goes in at shooting guard. Johnson entering for Gross at small forward. 83-74. Jackson inbounding. Walk outside. Wicks got in his way, and the jumper can't fall. Rebound Walton, his 17th of the game. He's at 22 points. We'll just go to the CPU here because the options were not good. Foul on Monroe. He picks up his fourth foul. So you got some foul trouble here for the Knicks. Jones coming in to replace Hollins for Portland. 3:39 left in the third. No good options. We'll go to the CPU. Technical foul. A technical foul called against Anderson. Anderson will shoot them. It was Mayfield who was mouthing off at the officiating. So Mayfield gets a technical foul free throw, which he hits. 84-74. And, of course, Portland keeps possession. We'll go to Walton. Go to Big Bill. Steal by Walk, and here come the Knicks. They trail by 10. Mayfield trying to atone for his technical. Off the rim, no good. Out of bounds, and it goes back to Portland, and more substitutions. Davis entering for New York for Wingo. Lee coming in for Anderson for Portland. Martin will play center in favor of Bill Walton, who's played such a good game. 84-74. Lee, Johnson, steal by Walk. 3-on-1 fast break, New York. Can they execute it? Monroe with it over to Mayfield. Mayfield drives to the hole. No, he got it. 4 points for Mayfield. Yes, that's correct. 4 points. And it is 84-76. We'll have the CPU called to play. Lee, Wicks, not a lot of good options. And his baseline shot, no, a foul. And that is Davis picking up his first foul. And the next foul will put somebody in the bonus, but for now it's a two-shot foul for Sidney Wicks. His first free throw, good, 15 for Sidney Wicks. It is 85-76. Bradley coming in, Bill Bradley for the Knicks at shooting guard. Second free throw is good for Sidney. It's 86-76. The lead back up to double digits at 10. 2:44 left in the third. Walk with it. He drives. He cannot score. Rebound Davis. It's going to be a loose ball foul on Jackson, number 2. And we have another wholesale substitution situation here. Substitution action. Mayfield coming in at shooting guard for New York. Wingo goes to power forward. He enters the game. Hollins coming back in the game at point guard. Steele to shooting guard. He comes in. Gross in at small forward. There'll be a quiz later. Right now we'll go to Steele with the score 86-76. Portland leading. Can he fire an outside jumper here? No, rattles off. But Mayfield picking up the foul. Portland, the first team to go to the bonus. And Hollins gets 3 to make 2. And he makes the first one. 87-76. 5 points for Lionel Hollins, looking for his 6th point. And that rattles off no good. But remember, it's 3 to make 2. And the third try, that is no good as well. Walk with the rebound, his 4th. 87-76. Wingo to Mayfield, to Jackson, to Mayfield. And we have a whistle, illegal defense warning for Portland. Next time they're called for the illegal D, it's a technical. And the score is 87-76. Jackson driving to Mayfield outside, and the crowd is yelling out, air ball, air ball. So more substitutions. Portland will have the ball. Anderson coming in at point guard. Gross in at power forward. Bill Walton re-entering the game. They're up 11. Walton, little jumper, slides off the rim. No good. Rebound walk. We have 150 left. 4-on-4 fast break, and New York decides to try to run it. Monroe, yes. 10 points for Earl the Pearl, and it is 87-78. We'll go to Jones here. Try to get it his way. His jumper, nothing but the bottom of the net. It's 89-78. That's 6 for Jones. Outside. We'll guard outside. Jackson, Monroe. Monroe, no. Rebound Gross, his 6th board. And we'll go to Anderson here. 1:29 left in the third. Lead is 11. No, rebound, but a foul by Wingo. He picks up 3. And again, it's 3 to make 2. Biggest lead of the game for Portland at 11 points. The Knicks had a lead of 6 earlier. Anderson's first free throw is good. So that biggest lead is now 12 at 90-78. Barnett and Bradley entering the game for the Knicks. Second free throw. Remember, it's 3 to make 2, but he won't need the third, as that is good. And your score is now 91-78. Portland with an offensive explosion here, mainly because they're 771 from the free throw stripe. Walk with it. Walk right in, step right out. He hits the baseline jumper. 4 points for Walk. Give the assist to Barnett. 91-80. 1:08 left in the third. Anderson will fire the J. No, rebound Walton. 18 now for Bill. And he'll shoot from close range. Steal by Wingo. And here come the Knicks. Trailing by 11. Phil Jackson with it. Jackson leveled. He gets the foul. It's his third personal. And we have a whole bunch of substitutions now. Fogle in for Bradley at shooting guard for New York. Davis goes to power forward. Ginelli coming in for Walk. Lee coming in at point guard for the Trailblazers. Hollins coming in at shooting guard. Clemens entering the game at small forward, and he plays for his first time in this game. And Wicks is going to play center in favor of Bill Walton. So it's 91 to 80. We'll have the CPU make a play call here. Hollins to Lee. And a steal by Fogle. Sets up a 3-on-3 fast break. 26 seconds left in the third. And what happened here? It's Fogle scoring his first two of the game, and it is 91-82. We'll play for the last. Well, we can't play for the last shot because the game clock and the shot clock are just about the same. But we'll look for Clemens here. We have a whistle, a foul on Wicks. Offensive foul. He's up to 4. So we have a lot of players who will be in foul trouble as we enter the fourth period. Mayfield coming in at shooting guard for New York. Steele coming in, playing the same position for Portland. And Martin coming in to play center. I see Elwell Martin. I always think of the guy who knocked out Sonny Liston in 1969 in Vegas when Liston was trying to make a comeback. New York trailing 9. And at the buzzer, Davis with that shot. 8 points for Davis. 91-84 is your score as we head to the final 12, unless we go overtime. Haywood is now your leading scorer of the game for either team, 23 points, and Walton is at 22. Jump ball to start the fourth quarter. It's going to go to Martin and Portland. And it's Martin with it. We'll have him shoot. No. And that's a foul on Davis. And he was fouled in the act of shooting, so Gross will shoot 2 shots. First one good, 92-84. 8 seconds in the quarter number 4. And he gets the second, so give Gross 12 points on the game. 93-84. Barnett, yes. Drained an outside jumper. 93-86. Lee to Martin the other way. Back to Lee. Lee drives. Gets it. His first 2 of the game. 95-86. The lead is 9. Mayfield to Jackson. Back to Barnett. And it's smacked away by Martin into the seats. New York keeps possession. 38 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's Walk. Mayfield. Mayfield drives, scores. 6 points for Mayfield. And it's 95-88. No good option, so I'm just going to have the CPU call a play. Lee, Hollins, Lee, Hollins, Lee to Clemens. And we have a tie-up and a jump ball coming up. I'm going to play a slower tempo right now. We want to go slow. We have a 7-point lead. Remember, that's a 4-possession game without the 3-point line. New York down 7. Walk. Bank shot, no. Rebound, Barnett. His third. Goes back out to Mayfield. Mayfield. Play normal defense against him. And Jackson over the outside jumper. That's 8 for Phil Jackson. The lead is 5. Gross with it. He cannot score from the outside. Rebound by Walk. And here come the Knicks. Barnett. Mayfield. Mayfield. No. Rebound Martin. Lee taking it into the front court. We'll go to Clemens. But Martin drives instead. Rebounded by Davis. So right now, Portland struggling to score. 4-on-1 fast break for the Knicks. To walk. Does not walk right in. And step right down. And a foul by Hollins. Walk will shoot 2. First free throw good for Walk. 95-91. Walk out of Florida. I was watching Dave Little the other night, and he had a game with Mr. Walk in it. 95-91. The second free throw will fall. 95-92 with 9:54 left. Portland really needing a basket here. And we'll have to use the CPU because there are no good options. Lee firing, scoring. 2 for Lee, his first deuce, 97-92. And New York misfiring on their half-court possession. Goes back to Portland. Portland now up 5. Martin. What does he do? Goes back to Lee. And that goes out of bounds. Portland keeps possession as Barnett was the last to touch it. Earl the Pearl Monroe back in for Barnett with the lead at 5 points. Bad pass, New York ball. Now they can cut it to 3. And Monroe scoring off the backboard. And I'm going to call a timeout here. I don't like how this is going. 97-94. Gross inbounding for Portland. And we'll look to Martin, but they're not getting good looks. Martin, no. Rebound Davis. Now the Knicks can cut it to a point. But it's going to be Mayfield with it. They're in the wrong side of the court. There you go. Walk. Monroe. Off. No good. Rebound Hollins. Make that a rebound to Martin. Lee bringing it up. Hollins, again, they're on the wrong side. Thank you very much. We'll go CPU. No good options. If you can't guess, then have the computer guess for you. Off the rim, no good. It's Jackson getting the rebound. And the chalkboard is really messing up. There we go. Davis, no. Rebound Martin, his 8th. And Lee with it. And we'll continue on. And we have a technical foul on Hollins. So Walk is going to shoot the technical. A fresh 5 coming in for Portland. It's Anderson, Steele, Neal, Wicks, Walton. So this is a big technical free throw here for Walk, which he gets, 97-95. And now New York they're not going to give New York possession. It goes to Portland, but they now only lead by 2 points. And we're going to look to Bill Walton. And whistle. Foul on Walton, his 3rd. And you have a whole bunch of substitutions now for New York. Fogel, Bradley, Haywood, Giannelli all entering the game. But more importantly is the fact that New York can tie it in this possession. In and out. Haywood tipping it in. He's at 25. And we are at 97 all. We'll go to Steele. To Neal. Back to Steele. Back to Anderson. Back to Steele. Back to Walton. To Steele. Steele, Fogel. Now New York can take the lead. And we'll watch Monroe on the outside. Foul Anderson, and it's his first personal. So now we're going to go back to a normal pace, and we're going to try to control the rebounds. Bradley inbounding for New York. 97-97. Bradley. Outside jumper. No. New York with it. Haywood, his 14th board. He has it. No. Rebound Walton. 19 boards for Walton. It's a 2-on-2 fast break, but I don't want the fast break. I want to set up and get a good shot. Anderson into the front court. And we'll go to Walton. But it misses a shot. It goes to Walton. A foul on Fogel, his third personal. Walton is now up to 20 boards. And Portland's going to set up their offense. And we'll look to Anderson here from the outside, we hope. And that's deflected, out of bounds, New York ball. So the score is tied, 97-97. We have 6:19 left in the fourth. Game is tied. Bradley. Ball is loose. Haywood and Wicks tie it up. We have a jump ball between the two, each at an equal 6'9" in height. And who did this go to? Portland. Wicks has it. We'll go to Wicks. Walton. Anderson. Wicks. Shoots. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Walton. 21 boards for Bill Walton. Steal by Barnett. Here we go the other way. 4-on-1 fast break. Gianelli, Barrett, and New York takes the lead. 99-97 with 5:35 to go. Okay, the options are not good. I'm going to go CPU. Injury to Wicks, hamstring, but he's going to stay in the game. We will look to Neal here. Down 2. His jumper. Hits, we're tied again. 99 all. 5:19 to go. Bradley, cut off by Bolton. Bradley shoots. Won't go down. Rebound by Neal. Here comes Portland. Anderson with it. Will continue. Steal. Is he the real deal? Oh, Walton's wide open on the inside. We got to get him the ball. He shoots. He scores. 22 for Walton and Portland, the first team to crack the 100 mark. Barnett and the Knicks follow in kind. 101. 4:38 to go. We'll go back to Walton. He drives. He scores. 26 for Bill. 103-101. I have asked this before. I'll ask again. Who is the guy that came up when a team is between 101 and 109 points to say it's 1-0 whatever? 103-101. Gianelli on the inside. Defended by Walton. Barnett. Follow-away jumper. Misses by Anderson, but he's fouled by Anderson. Barnett's going to shoot 2 from the line. Jim Barnett, my boy, out of Oregon. No, not that Jim Barnett. 103-101. First free throw good. 11 for Barnett. We have Hollins entering the game again for Portland. Lionel Hollins. Barnett, his second free throw, good, and it's 103. 4:13 to go. We'll go to Wicks. He'll drive. He'll score. 18 for Sidney Wicks. 105-103. Barnett, top of the key. No good. Rebound, steal. So now Portland, if they execute, could make it a 2-score game. Question is, can they? We have 3:40 left. Steal. We'll give it to Walton. Walton again wide open. He's so wide open, he's almost quarantined. Drives, misses it. Haywood with his 15th board of the game. 105-103, and now New York can tie the game again. Bradley with it. But he's on the baseline. Tough angle, blocked by Neal. And Haywood's going to get the board for New York, and he scores. 27 for Spencer Haywood. It's 105-105. We'll go back to Walton. And he scores. 28 for Bill. 107, 105. We'll go strong outside with the help to Barnett. And it rattles off. Foul called on Hollins, his second, and the team fourth. Next foul puts New York in the bonus for Portland. Barnett will shoot 2 from the stripe. So this is a close game, 107, 105. Now 107, 106 after Barnett hits that free throw. New York 16 of 21 from the charity stripe. Portland is 29 out of 37. And your second free throw for Barnett is good. Jim Barnett with 14 points. It's 107. 107. We'll go Walton again since he's been red hot lately. Steele, Hollins, Walton. Good night, John Boy. Haywood with the block. Neal with the offensive board. So Portland retaining possession. Have the CPU call a play. No good options. Hollins. A basket there for Portland, 109, 107. But Barnett comes back the other way, 14 for Jim Barnett. 109, 109, 2:19 to go. Walton again wide open. You think New York would do something about that. He scores again, 30 for Bill. It's 111, 109, 2:06 to go. We got a barn burner here in Portland. Spencer Haywood with the ball. Foul on Neal. That is his fifth. And the fifth team foul, putting New York in the bonus. And Haywood will shoot 2. 27 points for Haywood out of Detroit Mercy. First free throw, good. The lead is a point. 111, 110. We got Monroe and Mayfield coming into the game. We got Monroe moving the point guard, actually, and Mayfield coming in at the shooting guard or the 2 position. Haywood, good. 111 all with 145 left to go. A lot of ones right now. Have the CPU make the play call. Don't see a lot of good options. Steele with it. And Steele blew the layup. It went back to Walton, his 22nd rebound. And we'll have him shoot. Steal by Monroe. New York can take the lead with 93 seconds to go. And we'll watch the inside because he's a better driver than anything else. And that's an air ball for Mayfield. 1:29 left. Portland with 2 timeouts, and New York with all three. You lose all the timeouts you have in the first 3 quarters, but 3. You could have a maximum of 3 going into the fourth quarter. So your score is tied. We'll go to Walton. Rebound by Haywood. If you can hear me, I've been pushing this mute button here for a little bit. I'm okay, folks. I'm okay. Score is tied at 111. Monroe, no, rebound Walton. 23 for Walton. Well, I think I'm okay. 3 on 2. When you got the numbers, you could do that fast break. Steele scores. 113, 111 with 103 to go. So New York will set up shop. And we're going to play tight defense, strong on the inside. It's crunch time now. Vogel, Haywood. Haywood, no, rebound Walton. And that could wind up being very telling as this game moves to the waning seconds. 48 seconds to go. New York in the bonus. New York has to commit 2 fouls to put Portland in the bonus. We'll go to Neal. Neal's a 5 on the inside. He fires. It's no good. Rebound Monroe. But a foul on Bradley. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. We have 2 free throws coming the way of Neal. He hits one, it's a 2-possession game. Because remember, there's no 3-point line in the NBA in 75. Mayfield enters for New York, and your score is 114-111. That second free throw attempt, no. Bradley with it. And we have a timeout called for New York, leaving them with 2 remaining. Bradley inbounding. And I want to play loose on Monroe because I don't want to commit a foul here. And that's a block for Bill Walton. And Portland has it the other way. They lead by 3. New York has to commit one more foul to be in the bonus. 26 seconds left. 22 on the shot clock, so let's burn a little clock. Walton with it. Whistle. And that's a hard foul by Mayfield. Hollins will shoot 2. The lead is 3, 114-111 with 26 seconds to go. Misses the first free throw. Bell is coming in at shooting guard for New York. The second free throw try. No! Out of bounds and New York's ball. Red Holtzman, the head coach of the Knicks, calls time. 26 seconds left to go. Bradley inbounding for New York. You're watching NBA 75-76 on the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel. Bradley with it. Outside jumper is no good. Rebound Walton. War for the rebound, and Walton now at 24. We will not call the fast break. We're up 3 points. And we don't want to flirt with disaster. We're going to burn some time off. Play clock and shot clock are the same. Haywood committing his 5th. Hollins will again shoot 2. It's a 2-possession game with a 3-point margin. Hollins, good on the first free throw. Give him 6 on the game. 115-111. New York down to their last timeout. Second free throw is good. And it is 116-111. And do they call a timeout? Well, right now I'm just going to play loose. Ginelli with it. The basket don't hurt me. 25 boards for Walton. We'll continue, and we will just try to run out the clock. Hollins to Walton. Walton gets another basket. It's 118-111. And timeout called by New York. But they're now down 7 points, and it's a 4-possession game. So no way back for the Knicks here. It's just a matter of how much they lose by. HTFL football for you tomorrow, folks. And rebound by Neal. 2 seconds to go. And this one is over. 118-111. Portland winning. Pretty good game. New York won the first quarter. If this was a CBA game, that would matter. Continental Basketball Association. Tampa Bay used to have a team in the CBA. That's how I remember this off the top of my head. And Portland did better in the second 2 quarters, second and the third, and the fourth quarter was even. So your final was 118-111. And my pick for MVP would be Hollins, actually. He had plus 17. Walton had 32. And he wound up leading everybody. Game MVP was Bill Walton, according to our box score here. So I hope you enjoyed the game. Enjoyed bringing it to you. I love this Action PC basketball. I think it's wonderful. So, on behalf of Ella the Cat, this has been Big Pauly coming to you. Wishing you all well. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon. soon being tomorrow, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise. Bye bye for now, everybody. You all have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon, depending on when you see this. Bye bye, everybody.